Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is titled, What Are People Realizing About You? So instead of having three piles, and I'm sorry, instead of having four piles, I have three piles. And I do want to say that my niece and nephews are in the background, so please disregard any noises you hear. They are young. One of them is a toddler, so you know how that goes, okay? Okay. So, like I said, I have three piles for you to choose from. You are welcome to pick more than one, but please remember to pick using your intuition. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get started with pile number one. So if you chose pile number one, this is your reading. So hello, flower babies. I know y'all missed me. I missed y'all too. So let's see, what are people realizing about you? So number one, the major realization here is that you're the one. You're the one. People are realizing that you are the one. And when I say that, I'm referencing relationships. So this could be flings you've had, situationships you've had, relationships that didn't really work out because that person may have chosen another person over you, or just felt like they didn't have enough in common with you, or they felt like you weren't their type. All of those people are now realizing that you were the one. You were the best pick. You were the better option. You were the asset. You had a lot to bring to the table. And they're regretting their decision because these people could have even gotten married. Maybe you were with somebody and you broke up with them. They broke up with you, right? And it was like months later, they're engaged, then they're married. And then now they're in a marriage with somebody that they don't know. They're in a marriage with somebody that they've had a child. Because I'm getting like very specific storylines. So somebody could have, you could have left them, they could have left you. Okay, take what resonates. And it's like they entered a relationship very quickly, even if it wasn't marriage. But I'm getting for some people, somebody could have gotten married and made it seem like, oh, I found the love of my life. And really that person used them. Because I'm getting that somebody could have had children. Like the people that left you behind, they could have had children with people that Spirit is saying a deadbeat. Like, I'm sorry to say it so blunt, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, they had children with these people that don't really care for them or the child, sadly. So it's like they picked people that just weren't it. Okay. They picked people that just were not it. All right. And now they're regretting those decisions. So let's start with the first card. Card number one is worthiness. So people are realizing your worth, especially these romantic suitors you could have had in the past. I'm really getting that these people come from the past. I don't get that this is somebody currently. I really feel like these past people are realizing that. Also, because this cream is here, it's making me think of like ice cream. Like they realize that you're very sweet, or you were the better flavor. You were the better flavor. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why Spirit is explaining it like that, but you know how there's different ice cream flavors, and let's say somebody, for example, we got butter pecan, mint chocolate chip, and this is subjective, okay? And Oreo, right? You were the cookies and cream, you were the Oreo, but they want to choose mint chocolate chip. So, no shade to anybody who likes that ice cream. I'm just saying it from my examples because I don't like mint chocolate chip, so I'm saying it like that, like the better flavor, okay? So it's something like that where somebody's seeing something like the people that left you behind or you left behind in a romantic manner, it's like they were looking at the outside appearance. So they could have been very superficial people. They're looking at, oh, this person has a lot of money, or this person drive this car, this person live in that neighborhood, this person is related to so and so, this person knows so and so. But it's like they didn't build a relationship off of love. They built it off of, well, this person has status. What can they do for me? Just for them to find out that that person can do a lot for you, basically ruin your life. And that's it. I do have on an AirPod if you see something pink. I'm listening to this meditation. I like to listen to meditations when I do readings. It helps. But anyways, yeah, they're realizing that you're worthy. They're realizing that You deserved so much more than they gave you. And I feel like the funny thing is you're so unbothered by it. Like pile number one, I feel like you're probably looking at me like, I don't care what they feel. I don't care what they think. It's giving this energy of you've moved on from that. And that's what they're realizing. Like, especially if these were exes that like to go back and forth or situationships where this person pops in and out, you're no longer entertaining people like that, emotionally unavailable people. You have standards. People are realizing that when it comes to relationships. Okay. The next card we have is generosity. So with generosity, people are realizing how giving you are, especially in a romantic sense. I'm really getting romantic energy here. That the most, okay? People are realizing how generous you were. And I don't think this is just gifts. I think literally you were the gift. You see that present? You were the gift, but also your presence is a gift. Your energy is a gift. Your time, your ear, listening to somebody is a gift because it's healing. Your whole embodiment of who you are, power number one, is healing. You are healing. If people are around you long enough, they start to feel better. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to say anything. It's your essence, it's your aura. And people are realizing that about you. People are realizing that when you were in their life, especially these romantic partners, things were going good. Their health was good, their money was good. But it's like when you left, it seemed like all those things went down. But the thing is, you came into their lives and elevated them. And sometimes people, when they experience that kind of elevation, they accredit it to themselves. I'm sorry if you hear the background noise. It's very loud. But a lot of the times people will credit that to themselves when they evolve, when they meet a soul like you, they will think that it's them, but it's really your energy that's uplifting them, okay? So they're realizing like you had a profound impact in their life, okay? And they overlooked you. I'm really getting strongly that somebody overlooked you, like somebody, because it was like these people you could have been dealing with in the past. Pound number one were people who were into lust or people who like cared about the hookup culture more than genuine love, and now they're realizing that they made the wrong decision, okay? Because I'm getting like a deadbeat energy for real. Like somebody could have had a baby with somebody, and it's not you, pal number one. I'm just strongly getting like a situation where spirit wants you to know that somebody you dealt with has had a child with somebody, and they could have chosen that person over you just to realize that that person is not a good parent. They're not a good fit. They were bamboozled here. I keep getting that energy of like somebody looking like a clown. It is not you. Out of what is not you. This person is feeling like a clown because I'm getting like a clown. Like literally, you're goofy. And I'm not talking about for Mickey Mouse, but you're goofy. Like that's the energy of this person. Like they made a fool of themselves and they're realizing that they were just really dumb. Like I'm gonna just put it like that. Like they weren't in their right state of mind. I feel like this person was moving out of their ego. And I feel like you move a lot out of love, pile number one. You move a lot out of your heart. You move a lot out of the heart space. And I admire that about you. These people were moving out of their down there, right? Space, and moving from an ego space, moving from a place of fear. Like the thing that I've noticed about humans and think, because I really love studying like sociology and psychology, one of the things that I've noticed about people is that they're terrified of being loved. Like people are terrified of the things that they ask for. Like you want to manifest certain things, but you're terrified of that. It's crazy. People are terrified of, and then when they get those things they sabotage it. So these people could have sabotaged the connection in the relationship, and they're realizing that they made a mistake by letting you go. Okay, like I'm really getting that strongly. Okay, we had another card. Hold on, pile number one. Here we go. Love. So people are realizing that they're in love with you. They're in love with you, like, but I don't really get that you're in love with them. It's kind of like it's too late. It's too late. And it seems like whenever you move on spiritually, like people can feel when you move on, and then that's when they want to come back. But it's like you're not accepting offers from the past, okay? And also with this love card, you may like to sing here because I'm drawn to those music notes. So you may sing, and people are realizing you have talent. People are realizing that singing could be your hidden talent here, or that you just have a really good speaking voice, a very beautiful voice. People are realizing that. The next card we have is the 12th house. So in terms of like these romantic interests you've had in the past, they could feel like you're their soulmate. They could feel like you're the one. But it's because you're doing so good. And pile number one, you've learned to really because I'm getting like self-care. You've learned to really invest in yourself, invest in your skin, your teeth, your hair, your nails, everything, your mental health, your body. Like you could have like upgraded your appearance too. And that's something that they're realizing and seeing and becoming more attracted to you. But also with the 12th house, like there's a lot of things that were hidden from them. They may have felt like your value was hidden from them, which is fucking crazy. Excuse my French, but how can that be hidden? Like, this is the thing I don't understand about people. Like, why are you not aware? But let's not get into that part number one. It's just this energy of people like not really seeing you for who you were until you walked away or until they walked away and had to think about your presence in their life. Okay. I feel like they also feel like there was things hidden within themselves that they didn't see. I feel like you exposed a lot of their shadow aspects, and that's what they're realizing. Okay. So the next card that we have is the first house. So they're realizing that you know who you are. You stand in who you are. Like you don't allow other people's opinions to shift you or sway you. Okay. You stay true to who you are and you go for the things that you want because it says your desires. So it's like you don't need a partner to get your desires. I don't really get that you're a codependent person. And that's what they're realizing. Like, you're not basing your worth off of how people feel about you. You're just going with the flow. You could be a Cancer or a water sign here. Take what resonates. But I'm getting that you stay true to yourself regardless of how the relationships turned out. Like, you chose yourself. That's what they're realizing. Yeah, the next card is the Two of Swords. It was like they didn't make a decision. They didn't make a decision because it was like they were stuck. That's why I'm getting like you could have been juggled, pile number one. You could have been in a third party situation, or you could have just been like, because I'm getting like dating apps, because I keep hearing dating pool, the dating pool. I keep hearing that term. You may use that term. You may, other people that use that term. Okay, take what resonates. But it's like you could have been on a dating app and maybe this person had other options, and it's like they did not choose the right option. The next card that we have is the King of Swords. So I feel like these people realized that they were guarded towards you, but they were more open in that way. Because what does the Ace of Wands look like? I'm not going to say it, but what does that look like? Let's say sensual instead of that other word because I understand how YouTube can be with certain language. So I'm going to modify it. So it seems like they were more open to cater to you in this way, but not in an emotional way. So it's like you were dealing with people who wanted to open up to you sexually. I said the word anyway, but they wanted to open up to you in that way, but not, in an emotional, from an emotional standpoint. It was like they wouldn't let you know their innermost thoughts. Like you could have been dealing with people who are like, I don't want to talk about my childhood, or you could have been asking them questions to get to know them, and they're like, I don't want to answer that. And it's like, how can we be in a relationship and be dating if I can't know your favorite color, your favorite food, or certain things that have impacted you? Like you could have dealt with people who want to know more about you than you know about them, and that's what they're realizing, that it was not a balanced connection because it was based on lust. Okay. I was trying not to say the word, but I said it anyway. The next card that we have is action. So they're realizing that they should have taken action towards you when they realized it, because I do feel like this is not something that I feel like they realized it immediately after you left or they left you, but they didn't do anything about it. So a lot of these people are regretting that they took a long time to move or that they didn't move at all. Okay. The next card that we have is abundance. And then we hold on, because I just seen the word action. Look, action. I'm getting that actions speak louder than words, right? So you chose yourself over these people. You didn't like, I don't really get that you left like these people, like cussing them out, doing them wrong, busting out their windows, bleaching their clothes. Like you didn't do any of that. You just really left peacefully. And that's what have these people stunned, because you're not coming back and you didn't leave in such a dramatic way. You left in a peaceful way because you chose yourself and you realized that your peace of mind was more important than the relationship. Because I'm really getting like these types of people have never really been in real relationships. They've never met somebody of your caliber, pal number one. So that is why you got those kind of reactions. The next card that we have is abundance. They're realizing that you're abundant. Okay, you can have you're giving me an independent vibe because I'm hearing Miss Independent by Neil. So you can have your own house, your own car, pay your bills, have a good credit score. Okay, some of you could already have your 401k, like you could already have everything planned, like up until retirement. Okay, you're very abundant financially, but also you give a lot of love out. You're very kind, you're very peaceful, you're very wise. You have an abundance of beautiful characteristics. Okay, and that's what people are realizing. The next card we have is illumination. So somebody definitely is a water sign because look at all this water. But yeah, they're seeing you clearly. They're seeing your gifts, and you could have given these people advice, or you just could have told them things like, "When I'm leaving, I'm not coming back," and they probably laughed it off, like, "Yeah, yeah, who are you gonna find better than me?" But you found people, and you found people that are better than these people. I'm pretty sure you may be looking at a new interest right now, number one, and there are better options. And it's this energy of like them feeling like, because it's this song by Beyonce, I think it's called, what is it called? It's like to the left. And it's like they try to do you like that with that energy, making it seem like, oh, the song is called Irreplaceable. So they try to make it seem like with you, they can easily replace you, but they can't. And that's what they're realizing that they cannot replace you. Pal number one, they can't find you. They try to find you in other people, but they can't. Some people feel like you're their soulmate because there's a lot of two energy. Look, table for two, right? A song by Kali Uchis. Then we have, and I may be saying her name incorrectly, so forgive me. And then we have two here, right? And then we have the two of swords. So we have literally two, two, two. So you may be seeing that angel number, or that is significant, or you could be 22 right now, or born on the 22nd. There's something significant about that number. The next card that we have is Aaliyah, if your girl only knew. And I find this funny because we have Aaliyah here. So that was very interesting. So with this being here, it's like these people could have been having you, like I said, in third party situations. Because in this song, Aaliyah is saying like, if your girl only knew what you was doing, she would leave and not mess with you. Okay. But like I said, somebody could be a Cancer because Kylie is a Cancer here. Then we have Princess Diana, Ice Spice featuring Nicki Minaj. So I feel like people are realizing with you that there's a sense of royalty, there's a sense of regalness, like with the way you carry yourself. Like you are, you have these morals and these values and these standards, and you don't play because I don't know why, but it's just given like royal energy. Like it's given like I wanted to say something else, but I'm not. But it's given like je ne sais quoi type of energy. You just have it going on, okay? And you know that. And that's the beautiful thing about it because you validate yourself, how number one. And that's something people are realizing about you. And I do have some channel messages, so let's get into that. I love doing these. So yeah, something about dodgeball. So there was a reference when I channeled these messages with dodgeball. And you know how in dodgeball, like there's a kid that's never picked. That was your energy, pal number one. Like people could have not picked you or overlooked you because you were going down a path that was less traveled. Like you chose to do things the right way, even if it took you a little bit longer. You didn't try to scheme or sleep your way to the top. Like the energy is very different. And we also talked about the number two could be significant. So you could be a Gemini, or you could be 2 years apart from the people you were dating. There could be a 2 year age difference. Okay. And I'm also getting that they led with, sensual desires instead of genuine love. A lot of these people realize your relationship material, your wife and husband material, your marriage material, period. Like they're realizing that if they were with you, their life would be 10 times better. Okay. But also, what I'm getting here is that, like, you experience a lot of deceit with these people. You experience dishonesty. That's why I don't get that you're going to be quick to take them back. And it's like, no. I'm really getting here, pal number one, that you are feeling like, how can I be your soulmate if you want to cheat? How can I be your twin flame if you feel like this and that? Or if you have kids by this person? Like, you're asking these very logical questions, and it's like it's felt in your energy. Like, people that are attracted to you from the past, they know that they have to come different because you're not the same. Like you're not the same person. Like you're not accepting the same BS that you used to accept. I feel like you ask people to rise to meet you. You no longer lower yourself to meet them. Okay. And that's what people are realizing. All right. But yeah, pile number one, yours was like very straight to the point. That's really pretty much it. Like people just realizing that you were the one. And I'm really getting strongly romantic. Like I didn't pick up anybody else. So if you didn't resonate with this pal, just please choose another one or just come back later. But thank you so much, pal number one. I'm going to see you with the next reading. Bye. Peace. All right, pal number two, if you chose this pal, this is your reading. So I missed you. Hi. So, a major realization here for you, pile number two, is that people are realizing that nothing can break you. Like the gossip can't break you, the rumors can't break you, turning people against you can't break you, like them throwing shade and negative energy and evil eye. None of that can affect you. None of it. I have on an AirPod if you're like wondering, like, what is that? It's an AirPod. I'm probably gonna change it though, but maybe later. Anyways, let me get these cards out the way, pile number two, so I can get yours ready. Give me just a second. All right. I have to switch it because the other one went dead. All right. So pile number two, people are just realizing that they can't get to you like they used to. So let's start with our first card. Strength. Strength. You're very strong. You could also have a physical, like your physical exterior could be strong. So people are realizing that you're very strong, like in your body, but also because it said like great hair in a six pack. So you literally could have great hair in a six pack. Okay, because I also channeled some messages about hair. Okay. So right here it says long hair in a six pack. So people are realizing that you have a nice body. Okay. Also with that. The next card that we have is connection. So you could be somebody who's very tapped into the spiritual realm in whatever way. Like you don't have to be spiritual, like believing in like esoteric things. Like you could be somebody who's religious, you know. So take what resonates here, but no matter what you believe in, no matter what source or religion you resonate with, you are very deeply tapped in. You are connected, okay? You're very intuitive as well. And you're very connected to your spirit guides and your ancestors. That's something people are realizing about you. Like you have a whole army that walks with you. You have like a really big spiritual team that has your back. And we're going to get into why people are feeling the presence of your ancestors too a little bit later in the reading. The next card that we have is positive thinking. So people realize that they can't break you because you keep feeding yourself positive affirmations. You keep feeding yourself positivity. When they give you negativity, you feed yourself positivity. Like people are realizing that you're an alchemist. You alchemize the negative energy that's sent to you and you use it for positivity. It's like you use it for fuel to build you up, to make you the greatest version of yourself. People are also realizing that you're good with plants and gardening. Okay. And again, hair, there's something with the hair. So the next card we have is the Queen of Wands. So people are realizing that you're very, very beautiful and very attractive, but that's not all you are. Like in the past, pile number two, you are very beautiful. So you could have people who are very surface level. So they see you and they're like, oh, pile number two is just pretty. But then they find out that you have all these deep interests, that you have all these hobbies and talents and gifts, and they're blown away because some people can see like a pretty person and think that that's all you are. Like I blame a lot of that on society and TV shows. Like something that I'm picking up, I'm channeling. You may used to watch this, pile number two, but it's called The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. They also have The Sweet Life. It's like Sweet Life on Deck, and then The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody too. So it's like, remember London? Her name was London on there, and like she was very beautiful, fashionable, but like when it came to like studies and stuff, like she struggled. So people could have tried to project that onto you, but they're realizing that that's not who you are. Like you're beautiful and intellectual and smart. Okay, you have a high IQ here. Somebody here could be very advanced. Maybe you took AP classes, or even if you never did, you have made the honor roll, or you're just gifted. You could have been in the gifted program in school, but there's something with you being very smart, um, and very knowledgeable in education. Like you know a lot of different things about different things. You're somebody who loves to learn and you continue to learn, and that's what people are realizing about you. The next card that we have is the strength card. Look, we have the strength card twice. We have the strength card twice. I feel like these are people that you grew up with. Pile number two is coming through your reading. Like people who've seen you go through so much, they see that you've overcome that. Okay. Like, and it takes a lot of strength because they could have experienced similar things, but they didn't come out on top like you did. So look at this. And we have a lot of like the lion and tiger. Yeah, you could have a lot of hair, okay? And it's beautiful. People are realizing that your hair could have grown or it's become more healthy, but there's something about like these lions here. So you could be a Leo. I don't know why I was thinking like why I said tiger. But yeah, you have the strength card twice, and you could be a fire sign here because we have like Leo energy popping up, okay? All that orange, because look that she's wearing an orange dress and this card is orange. And then this shirt is kind of light too. I didn't even realize that. So yeah, people are also realizing that you have this light, this glow to you. Your skin could be glowing at the time. Like at the time of you watching this Pandem 2, your skin could be really glowing. Okay. You may be getting compliments like on your skin or on like the things you're wearing. Okay. But yeah. Let's go with the next cards and see. So the next card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. People are realizing that you're becoming more confident. And if you have any hobbies or any career interests, you're becoming more like skilled in whatever areas these are. Like if you're somebody who's smart, you're just becoming smarter. You're becoming wiser, okay? You're getting better at whatever it is you're doing. You're growing your craft and you're getting better. Because I'm getting that people have watched your journey and they're just amazed at how you were able to keep on keeping on. That's what I'm getting. The next card that we have here is Mercury, followed by Gemini. We know that Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So the natural ruling planet showed up to show that you are very, very smart. And I feel like you're very witty and clever. Like, because you're beautiful, people may think that they can outsmart you, but you end up outsmarting them. Okay. That's something people are realizing. Like, people tend to underestimate how smart the pretty girl is, but we live in a society where people equate beauty to a lack of intellect, and that's sad. You're also somebody who communicates very well. That's something people are realizing. Like, they can't misunderstand things you tell them because you communicate very well. And I feel like this could irritate people because they want to misunderstand you. Like you could have people intentionally, pile number two, wanting to do that because they're jealous and envious. But I feel like you still explain things very clearly to where there's no room for a misunderstanding. And if somebody does find one, you know that it's one-sided. It has nothing to do with you. I feel like you have people that'll vouch for you, pal number two, whether you know it or not. Like people will defend you behind your back if people try to say things about you. Cause you do, this is my pal where you have a lot of haters. Okay. And that's why you have so much strength because you have to experience a lot of just a lot of people just trying to tear you down because they see that light and they didn't like it. And because really it's because they didn't see it in themselves, honestly. The next card that we have is Saturn. So they're getting karma, those people. And that's why they're thinking about you right now. That's why they're realizing all these things because they're reaping what they've sown. Also, you're very mature. And I feel like because of the things you've experienced in the past, you don't allow a lot of people in your life. So, people could realize that it's going to be hard to get close to you, not because you're just hard to get to know, but because you have these limitations with Saturn here. You have these limitations and you have rules on, because Saturn is about that too. Like you have rules on what you're going to allow and what you're not going to allow. And people can kind of be weary because they don't know if they're going to get in or not. They don't know if they're going to be chosen or not. Because this is what I'm getting. Like your energy is giving this. Like, have you seen Food Stars with Gordon Ramsay? And you know how he has to choose one person to invest in? It's like, and if they mess up or do one thing, it's like he's like, I don't really want to invest in you. So it's like people may feel like that. And I'm getting deja vu for some reason right now. So you may get deja vu a lot, but it's like your like acceptance matters so much to people. That's what people are realizing, like your acceptance matters. It's crazy how the tables turn because maybe people try to like make you feel like you weren't accepted, but now it's like people are craving your acceptance. Okay, take what resonates. That's what they're realizing. The next card that we have is healing chaos. So you could have went to therapy or you could have just found your own forms of therapy to heal yourself from the past, from your childhood trauma. Because I feel like you've experienced a lot of group bullying. Like you've experienced a lot of being ostracized, maybe by your own family, by peers, classmates, people you work with as well. Okay, people in your community, you've experienced that because you are different. You do things different. Okay, people are realizing that your third eye is open because I'm drawn to this. You see how she has the bandana and it's like right there, it's like right above her third eye. It's like people are realizing that you can see right through them. Like you've done so much healing to where it's easy for you to see red flags in people. The next card that we have is embracing. You've learned to embrace yourself. You've learned to embrace all the things that make you odd, unique, and quirky. Like you're learning that yeah, people may try to say you're weird, but they're always gonna remember you. You're always gonna live in their head rent free. Like you're always going to be the person that they're thinking of. Like, think about normal, regular people. Who remembers them? You're iconic. By number two, people are going to remember you for being different. So continue to be that regardless. And I see with these butterflies here, it's like you've transformed a lot. You continuously transform. It's like when people think they got you, it's like you come back as this bigger butterfly with different spots. It's like when they think that they've trapped you or they've hurt you in some way, you always manage to recover. That's what people are realizing. The next card we have is leadership. So you could have some type of platform or you do something where you're leading other people or you at your job, you're a leader. You could have a management position. That's what people are realizing, like you have this boss energy. And also people look to you for hope because you see this star here. It's like you know how like people there's like this Bible story. I remember of them following a star and it was leading them to something. And it's like you have that energy where you're leading people to something. You're leading people to healing. You're leading people to greatness. You're leading people to have self reflection. Okay. You're leading people to grow. You're leading people to a path that's going to help them align with their goals and desires. So you could be a spiritual teacher here. Maybe you teach spirituality. This could be my pile of my tarot readers, of my Reiki healers, you know, of my people that make motivational content. Maybe you make motivational speeches here. And that's what people are realizing about you that is helping them. You're a leader. You've never been a follower. It's like people are realizing that you've been the leader. They thought that they were the leader and you were the follower. You're the leader. Okay. The next card that we have is Neptune. So you're very highly tapped in. You have a connection with the divine, okay? But I feel like because Neptune is that planet of illusions, but I feel like you can see through people's illusions. That's what people are realizing about you. Like they can't hide from you anymore. They can't lie to you. Like everything is clear as day. The next card that we have is the sun. What is the sun? The light. You are the light. You have this warm, youthful, beautiful energy about you. And that's what people are realizing. It's like you brighten things up. Your presence really brightens things up. You may be a person that wears a lot of bright colors too as well. Okay. That's something people are realizing. But you have a light to you. So you're naturally power number two. You're going to expose the darkness within people. Okay. And people are realizing that. I feel like you have some people, pile number two, who have been affected by your energy, but they're realizing, like, wow, maybe this person was, sent to help me. Like, you can have people looking at you like you're a magical being, pile number two, just because of the strength you have, because that's not a normal strength, like the things you've endured. And they even think about the things that they put you through. They're like, I wouldn't be this forgiven. I wouldn't be this misunderstanding. So you really are deeply connected with God, with spirit, with a higher power, because you have that type of love to you, regardless of what people do. Like you have an understanding that it's not about you, it's about them and their shadows. Okay. And then the last card that we have is Pretty Little Birds by SZA featuring Isaiah Rashad. And then I see this pretty here. Like you are pretty. You wear pretty things. You have a pretty soul. You have a pretty voice. It's like you're the embodiment of beautiful. Okay. So let's look at your channel messages. So yeah, people are realizing how beautiful and smart you are. People realize that you're very strong and you prevail in the face of haters. Please disregard the noise in the background. You could be a fire sign like we talked about. And also when we talk about your hair is long and healthy. And remember what I was when I was trying to say that because your ancestors are bringing this back to me when I was saying that we're going to get back to that in a later time. So the reason why people have been feeling your ancestors and your spirit guides so hard is because they're getting that karma. And I feel like these people's spirit guides and ancestors are talking to them too. So they're getting repercussions. Like they're getting in trouble for how they treated you in the spiritual realm. It's like spiritually, like things are being dealt with right now. So that's why they're coming to mind and you're thinking about them or they're thinking about you. Okay. And yeah, like your ancestors are coming through very strongly because if they know that you're the gentle type, how number two, like you don't really like conflict, but your ancestors is like, I got you. Your spirit guides is like, we're gonna handle this. We're gonna get you that justice. It's like they're like a lawyer for you. It's like your ancestors and spirit guides have put these people on trial and asking them questions like, why did you treat pal number two like this? Why did you do this? And it's like spiritually they're going through this, okay? So they're under judgment by God for how they treated you, and they're realizing this pound number two. That's why I feel like people feel like you're some divine being because they put you through so much and you're still so kind. So yeah, that's divine. Also, your hair is long and healthy. That's something people are realizing. Maybe your hair used to be shorter, or you just did something different with it that people can recognize. You could be a Leo. You could have many skills and talents. And also you bring laughter. Like people realize that you have a good sense of humor. You could also be somebody who's quiet to themselves, but you still have this big personality. So you could be introverted, but once people get to know you, you have this beautiful personality. People realize you can see through them. You're a strong soul and you overcome a lot of what was meant to bring you down. People are realizing that you love yourself, that you're highly advanced, that you're clever, and people are I don't know why I'm getting like people are understanding you more, but that's something that they're realizing that they understand you. Maybe they had to mature. I think you matured a lot earlier than your counterparts, pound number two. And you also have this beautiful blend of masculine and feminine energy that you can easily switch back into. That's what they're realizing. And lastly, they're just realizing that you're blessed and highly favored, pound number two. So thank you so much for coming to this reading. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Be patient. Mwah. Peace. And last but not least, pile number three. So this was the pile that I got a lot more cards for. I was guided to pull more cards for you because, yeah, we're going to get into why. So number one, pile number three. The major realization here is that you're stepping into your power, honey. You are. And I'm very, very proud of you, okay? Because in this lifetime, people can really try to distract you from connecting to your higher self and your purpose. They can really try to make you feel like who you are is wrong and you need to be how they want you to be so that they can feel satisfied and not intimidated. But that's not what you're here to do. You're not here to tiptoe around people's insecurities and make sure that you never ruffle any feathers. You're here to make the world a better place, essentially. That's what we're coming here to Earth for, to help heal each other, to raise the vibration of the planet. Okay. But yeah, people are realizing that you're no longer in this energy of being a wallflower. You've come off the wall. Okay. And that's what they're realizing. And for some reason, it's like this energy of you rising like this phoenix because this is the movie that Aaliyah played in because Aaliyah is my theme. I hope y'all like it. But it's a movie called Queen of the Damned, and she was the queen of the vampires. And it's like in this scene, it's kind of like she had woken up, was resurrected. She went in there, did what she did, and then she came out walking through that fire, looking very powerful. And it's like that's your energy. Like you can walk through the fire, pound number three. So you may resonate with pound number two because it's like that same energy of that strength being there that is unbreakable. Okay. You also have that it girl, it guy, it factor. If you're non-binary, you have an it factor about you. Um, there's something with you being good at fashion and styling and beauty and just that whole realm. Okay. You could be a Libra or you may work in the makeup industry or do something involving makeup, beauty, cosmetics. Okay. So the first card that we have for you is magic. So people could feel like you're magical. People are realizing that you could have told people your goals when you were younger, and it's like everything that you've said has come to pass. You could have said, I wanted a business, I wanted to graduate high school, or I wanted to graduate college. Like you've said all these things and you've done them. So that is what people are realizing. Like people are applauding you silently because a lot of these people are applauding you silently, pound number three, because they didn't believe in you. You're somebody who dreams big. You have multiple talents, very multi-dimensional person. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a mutable sign or if you had a lot of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces within your birth chart or your big three because you can change. You're good at adapting to changes. And that's what people are realizing about you. Like they are the ones that were doubting you, but they probably didn't finish what they were starting. It's like you finish what you start. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. Okay. That's what people are realizing. The next card that we have is self love. So this is definitely giving me pound number two. So check that out if you haven't. You love yourself, you are content with yourself. Like you could be in a season right now of just solitude, like you're not having too many people around you because you're learning yourself, you're loving yourself, and you're coming into this union with yourself. That's all stepping into your power is just coming into union with yourself, literally bringing in those light and shadow aspects and uniting them, because your shadow side is still a part of you. It's not a part of you that you should cast out and get rid of. It's a part of you that you should understand. And I feel like that's something you've done. You've taken the time to understand your shadow side and have integrated it into your light. The next card we have is manifestation. So you're literally like a magician. Like anything you want comes to you. People are realizing that, like, if you say you're going to do something, it's going to come to you. But it's also because of this faith you have. People are realizing that you have this faith in a higher power, and that is what gets you through. And that is what helps you manifest all these blessings and desires into your life because you simply believe. And I feel like that is so hard for people. It seems so simple once you get used to it, but people who struggle with believing in themselves is very hard for them. Okay. So that's something that people can kind of consider a superpower. That's what they're realizing about you, pal number three. So the next card that we have is the Ten of Wands, right? Followed by the Ten of Swords. That's 10, 10. You've completed cycles. And as soon as I said that, my ears started ringing. So you've completed some cycles. Okay. You're no longer in an energy of needing people around you just for the sake of being around you. Because I'm hearing this song by Sabrina Claudio and it's called Confidently Lost. So it's like you're in this season of really loving yourself, but being okay with what's to come. Like you're embracing the uncertainty. Like you're not expecting things to go a certain way. You're kind of open to the surprises from the universe. That's what people are realizing about you. Like you don't really stress over situations in your life. You just allow them to flow. And the next card that we have is the Seven of Wands. So it's like, despite the spiritual attacks you get, because I feel like with your type of energy being so luminous like this, like you're bound to have that evil eye. And it's like, despite these people, nobody brought you down. That's why I'm getting pound number two. But it's like you were able to prevail despite the haters. I don't feel like they were able to win. I don't feel like they were able to win. I need some water real quick. I don't want to put my hair to the side a little bit. You put it up a little bit like a bun. Let me do my hair real quick, y'all. Wait, I want this one down. I just kind of wanted my hair out and up. But I think that this is symbolic in itself because I didn't even want to put my hair up, right? But for some reason I want to. So I think that, like, see, okay. I think that me having my hair like this is symbolic for you, pound number three. Like, you could be into beauty and hair and cosmetics or cosmetology. That's what people are realizing, that you're really good when it comes to like hair and nails and things like that. Okay. I don't know why I did that, but I'm just going with the flow. The next card that we have is Four of Wands. So you're committed. You're committed to your growth. You're committed to the things that you desire and the things you want to achieve. Okay. I feel like you're very content with yourself. There's this energy of peace and satisfaction. You are very, very content with yourself. Okay, this is something that people are realizing about you. Like a lot of people are realizing that you don't even need them to be happy. Like you don't find your happiness in other people because there's this quote by Janae, excuse me, there's this quote by Janae Eiko, and it's what you create from you, no one can take from you. So it's like you create your happiness and you know that nobody can take it from you because you cultivated it from within. Nobody can go inside of you and take what's there. So people are realizing that they can't take your happiness. They can't taint your happiness. They're realizing that you're committed to growing and just becoming more in tune with who you are as a person. Because I feel like you spent so much time giving to other people, being there for them, assessing their needs and wants, but never looking at yourself. And you've totally shifted that trajectory. You're no longer the person people can emotionally dump on. You're no longer the person that's letting people vent to them and listen for hours. You're not that person anymore. Okay. And for some people, that's very sad to them, but it's a beautiful thing because you're not here to carry people's burdens. That's not what you're meant to do. And that's why we have a security. Okay. So you could be somebody who, you have a foundation for yourself. People are realizing that like you have your own money, you have your own car. Like I'm definitely getting like you have your own living space. And if not, you may have a roommate, but it's like you pay your own bills. You're good at doing things on time. Like people are just realizing that you have it together. Well, maybe they could have projected onto you that you didn't, or because you're so private, they could have felt like, oh, something must be going on, but you really have your ducks in a row. That's what people get when they assume. The next card that we have is relaxation. So people are realizing that you're somebody who takes the time to relax. Like you're not all about work, hustle, and grind culture. Like you balance that with self-care. You may like to read a lot of books. You may post the books you read, and people are realizing that. People are realizing that you have a lot of depth to your personality. And then that full moon is there. So it's like you've released a lot. You've released people. Okay. You could have cut some people off with that 10-10. You could have people are realizing that you cut them off and you did it in a nice way. The next card we have is opportunity. So opportunities could be flowing into your life, like business opportunities, especially if you have a business, or you could even be getting more job opportunities, things that align more with your dream job and things that you want to do. Like people are seeing these opportunities come in. People are realizing that. And with this opportunity card, it's giving me people are realizing that like you know how people win the lottery and like they miss by one number. It's like that's how people feel with you, like they missed out on you, like you were a great opportunity in their life that they missed out on, and all they can do is think about it. Because you see how this is a crescent moon, like it didn't form like the full moon. So I feel like people could have ended relationships with you prematurely and now they're regretting it. So for some of you, you could resonate with pile number two, but for others of you, you could resonate with pile number one. Okay, so take what resonates. And then the next card we have is transformation. Look, you've transformed. You've stepped into this power. You see your beauty. You see your light. You could be more confident and you could be more vocal now because this reminds me of the throat chakra and the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra deals with our confidence. And then you see that flower blooming. It's like you bloomed into who you were. Like you bloomed where you were planted. And that's what people are realizing about you, pound number three, that you are just becoming more and more beautiful. Like you could have blossomed into a beautiful grown man or a beautiful grown woman. Take what resonates. If you're non-binary, it's the same thing. Okay. And then look, Venus. So you're very beautiful, or you could be into like selling cosmetics, or you make things dealing with the skin, the hair, the nails. Again, there's something with cosmetics and cosmetology that people are realizing about you, that you're very good. Like people could feel like you could style a celebrity because you're really good at makeup, or you're really good at thrifting or finding good clothes. And maybe you're good at photography too. Like maybe you style yourself and take pictures, and that's something people are realizing that you're good at. It's a talent of yours. The next card we have is the moon. So you're very private, but you're also very tapped into your divine feminine energy. And people are realizing this about you. Like you're not so much in that masculine. So that's why you receive a lot. Pile number three, like I almost said pile number one. So some of you may resonate, but you're so much in that feminine energy that you receive things easily. That's why you're able to manifest. That's why you're able to attract your desires because you're in that feminine energy and you're in a space to receive them. Also, you're somebody who is emotionally intelligent, you're tapped into your feelings, and that's what people are realizing about you. I feel like the people you cut off, like, they understand why you cut them off. Okay, they do. I just had to say that because some people will try to act like they don't know why you cut them off, but I feel like you use your emotional intelligence when you remove these relationships or these people from your life because you understood that they weren't pouring into you the same way that you were pouring into them. Okay. Then the last not the last card, but the next card we have is Virgo. So you're somebody who stays to yourself, you're reserved. You have this hermit-like energy, but people are realizing that it's for a good reason. It's not because you think you're better than people. It's not because you're stuck up. But the reason why you stay to yourself is because you're just very picky, very choosy about who can be in your life. You don't just allow anybody. You don't just allow randos, okay? That's what I'm getting, like, you're very selective. Okay, you analyze people before they can come into your life, and that's what they're realizing. The next part that we have here is a poem by Raina Biddy called Hauntings. I feel like your energy could haunt people. And there's something about the number four in your pal, and I literally see 444 on the back of this card. So it's like with this, like you haunt people, your energy haunts people. Like people, and also people may be haunted by the things that they've done to you. Okay. People are realizing that because they feel guilty because they see that you experienced this spiritual glow up. You're a great person. You're still very kind. And it's like you stepping into your power. It's like all the things that they said, all the things that they did, they look stupid now. That's what they're realizing. The next card we have is Pluto. So you've transformed and had this rebirth, this amazing rebirth where you know your power. Like, look at that picture right there. There's confidence. Even in her walking through that fire, there's confidence because we know if you really tried to walk through fire, you know what would happen. But that is like a movie. So it's like it's a metaphorical sense of you walking through the fire. Okay. Because fire like can burn something that in itself is a death and a rebirth. Okay, so you've been reborn here. Maybe somebody here could have even like you could be like a new Christian or something. Take what resonates. Like you could be new into a new denomination. Okay, you could have changed your religions as well. That's what people are realizing. The next part that we have is old friends. So I get that these are a lot of old friends realizing this because I feel like these are people who are stuck in their own life because they're too focused on low vibrational things. They're focused on who's beefing with who, celebrity. They're focused on the diss tracks. They're focused on the things that don't really add value to their life, sadly. Then the last card we have is called Headphones. And it's a song. So you may wear like AirPods, or people may see you with like headphones, like actual headphones or long earphones, because you're listening to music. I feel like you may listen to a lot of podcasts here. You may listen to readings while you're at work. I know I do because it's like the perfect time to listen to it because it just is. If you know, like you can, especially if you have a job like where, like for me, like I don't have to, I'm not working around a lot of people, so it's just me in my area, so I can listen to stuff. So you may listen to readings, podcasts, music, just things you like, or you may listen to meditations or instrumentals here. Okay. People are realizing also that you have good music taste, or the things you do listen to, you may post. So people may be listening to the things you post and they find that it's soothing. It helps them. Okay. So you're helping people without realizing it, pound number three. And that's something that people are realizing. So now let's get to our channel messages. Okay. So, yeah, we were just in our channel messages. So I'm like, what am I? I think I just got too into what I was saying. Also, people are realizing that you're very connected to the earth. Okay. You're mysterious. You don't share too much. People are realizing that you're very calm these days. Like you're calmer. You may be in your soft era and you are attracting like opportunities. We talked about that to help you get to where you need to go. um you're very in that divine feminine energy. People could also see that you have very neat handwriting. Okay, there's something very neat about you, especially with that Virgo energy. But yeah, you've completed a lot of cycles. People just see that you are not the same person. Like you inspire people that that you used to know, that they want to have that same transformation. Like they want to glow up too, but they just don't know how. Okay. And it's like they're learning from you. So don't be surprised if you have people from the past, pile number three, like trying to come back or trying to make amends with you because they see that, you're the real deal. Like you're somebody that they can learn from. But I want you to always realize this: don't always take that as a compliment, because the things that you've learned, pile number three, I'm sure like you learned from other people, but a lot of it comes from ourselves, teaching ourselves. So the same things that you were able to learn, these people can learn too. You don't have to spoon feed people information. They're going to have to research it and learn it just like you did. Okay. But yeah, pile number three, that was it. Thank you so much for coming to my reading, and thank you for being patient for me to put out another one. It's not that I don't want to put out readings. It's just hard to do it sometimes, like because working and then not having a quiet space. My niece and nephews, like they're always loud. So it's sometimes hard to just be quiet and record, or they want to know what I'm doing. So just be more mindful when it comes to me taking time off. Like I promise you, when I'm not posting, I'm coming up with readings I'm gonna do. Even those little mini readings I post on my community tab, like I'm coming up with stuff like that too. Like I'm not just sitting and just chilling, like I'm planning. So just be patient and just know that good things are always coming, no matter how slow it is. Okay. All right. Peace. Mwah.